PC Consultants was started in 1993 with the aim of providing a first-class IT service to the island. Now with offices in Eastern Europe as well, they look after business IT needs worldwide. We spoke to Jonathan Thornton, Technical Services Director for PC Consultants in Ryde, about what they can offer your business.
PC Consultants offer a variety of IT support and maintenance services for businesses on the island, from the network solutions, individual PCs, structure, strategy. Our focus is small to medium-sized business. We tend to build an appropriate system for the requirements of the client. So in terms of hardware, we're partners with the major vendors, Fujitsu, Dell, so we can supply equipment from them off the shelf. But also when needs require it, we will tailor a system to the exact needs of the client.
What sort of things do businesses need to consider when thinking about their ICT needs?
It's making sure that you have a good IT strategy in place, so you can look at your needs as a business both now, but also planning for any future requirements, so you can ensure that whatever ICT systems you put in place, the inherent scalability is built in so that they can grow, and you can ensure that that total cost of ownership is within what you've budgeted.
Are there any areas that people should consider but typically don't?
Obviously it's business continuity and looking at disaster recovery, DR. You may think DR planning for a flood or a fire in your business, but also think a staff member leaves and decides to delete a lot of your critical data on the way out the door. It's how you plan for that, how you manage that sort of impact to your business.
Do you have any recommendations for businesses to deal with IT security, virus protection, backup, those sort of things that people often forget, don't they?
They do, but really there's no excuse nowadays for not having some sort of system in place. Take security and viruses, for example. Even Microsoft themselves have released their Security Essentials product, which is a free entry-level virus and spyware solution, but it ensures that there's no excuse for not having some sort of protection. And even in terms of backup, even for a very small business, a one-man band with 1 or 2 PCs, having some sort of USB hard drive or just a pen drive to make sure your data is being stored separate, so that in the event of a problem, you've got some sort of way of coming back from it.
Now, one of the new things, new buzzwords in the business is cloud computing. Can you tell me how that's going to affect businesses in the future?
It's interesting because we're working with a client at the moment who, in reality, their systems are very much cloud-based. They don't have any local services on the island. Their email servers, their file servers are all hosted in data centres. But for them, really, they're suffering from performance difficulties and other sorts of things. There's also making sure that from a compliance point of view that your customer data, that you're legally allowed to store it outside of your own premises. It's something people often forget. And also even look at the big people like Google with their Google Apps service. You look back over the last 12 months, there's been a couple big notable outages where the entire Google Apps platform has been down, and as a result people have not been able to use their systems full stop. So yes, it's still pretty in its infancy at the moment. It will probably go that way in the future.
And how important these days is mobile data?
The importance of mobile devices and mobile computing really is growing day by day. You only have to look at devices such as the iPhone, such as a BlackBerry, the amount of power that you can have. You've got access to your email, you've got access to files on your server from wherever you are, and it's really enabling businesses, your sales force, whatever, to be able out on the move, keeping regular contact with your clients. The cost of IT is decreasing to a degree. It's perhaps an illusion to think that overall it is. If you take hardware as an example, the cost of hardware is decreasing. You can walk in and you can pick up a netbook for sub £200, which has a large amount of power in a portable device. Yet the cost of support and hooking together all these systems is, to be honest, staying pretty much the same. The constant evolution of IT means that, yes, while it's simpler to buy a PC, you can buy a PC off the shelf. Windows 7 makes it very simple to turn on the machine and get it up and running. But it's when you're looking at the more complex scenarios, as soon as you start involving multiple machines, network, servers, that back end, your line of business applications, then the complexity there is increasing in many respects, and that's why the importance of having support and ensuring that those systems keep running. It's not just thinking about an individual PC, an individual laptop, it's about managing the impact they have on the rest of your business. We have a creative agency, what we call PC Consultants Web Services. We have a team here headed up by Sean Colson and Mike Parsons in our office here who look after our web services division. We're overseas based. We have offices in Moldova and also Poland and Bulgaria. So we have an excellent resource there of talent, and we're involved in everything from the design process, back-end databases, search engine optimization, while maintaining that local point of contact on the Isle of Wight for our clients. We build websites for a variety of businesses, from the businesses that is using a website really as just a presence, a brochure for their company, just so they can get information across their products and so on, to the other side of businesses, people who are completely e-commerce. Their website is their business. We look after managing, working with them.
One of PC Consultant's creative agency clients is First Baby Shop, which is a new startup venture distributing everything baby related via an online marketplace. PC Consultants helped Donna Cretella design and create the e-commerce website, as well as coming up with logos and print media.
At first I didn't really know too much about websites myself, but you know, PC Consultants showed me, you know, what they could do, and it just went from there really, and they've been really helpful.
And how's it going online?
It's brilliant. It's getting busier and busier every month. It's good.
What are the considerations of undertaking a sort of database-driven project that customers need to understand?
Ultimately, the initial is looking at your budget. Take just a simple website, for example. Too many people set out with a very minimal budget. They try to do an e-commerce website on a low budget, and it's actually detrimental to their business. When they look at allocating their budget for a web project, they might say allocate a large degree to upfront design costs and development, but then on the other hand not look at any of the marketing.
Tell me about the importance of SEO, search engine optimization.
Search engine optimization is obviously vital for a web business in today's market. It allows even the smallest of companies really to compete on a level footing with some of the larger enterprises. You can look at your Google search engine results pages, and you can have a small company showing up on page 1 alongside some of the larger people throwing real money at it, and it's because of search engine optimization you can do that. It's continually evolving because people like Google ultimately want you to be buying paid for results on their search engines. They don't want you to be organically getting onto page 1 through natural means because it's impacting their pay-per-click business. So they are always changing the rules and continually adjusting how it works. When you're considering a new website, in many ways it's similar to if you're starting a new business. It's making sure you do that SWOT analysis and look at where your business is, where the website is going to be, how it's going to work for you, and just continue to make sure that the budgets are there and the website is actually going to help your business as opposed to having a negative impact on it.